Yeah, thank you very much for having me and giving me the opportunity to present Paypense. So what is Paypense about? So my clicker isn't working, unfortunately. Sorry. Okay. So what problem do we want to solve? In our world, in our opinion, everything should be centrally billed and paid, which means an employee do not have to pay in advance out of his own pocket for any, let's say, on-trip expenses. So how do we do this? We introduced and built Paypense, so that's the first embedded travel workflow. And how does it look like? Which means whenever a booking is done within, for example, Amdeus Cytric booking platform or HRS, we get all the P&R data in order to release an budget and travel budget automatically. So which will be sent to an employee for any on-trip expenses. How does it look like in real life? So as you can see on the left-hand side, there is a business trip booked by myself. So that's the flight from Munich to London. And due to my company policy, I'm allowed to spend 200 euro, as you can see on the right-hand side, for every let's say, incidentals on trip, which means that's all travel related. It could be ground transportation. It could be, I don't know, the tube to the show. It could be restaurant, whatever my company allows me to spend for. Paypense in general is an open platform, which means our core platform provides you with everything you need, which means a bank account, a credit card, and reporting tool, an expense tool, and an HR management tool. But in the real world, as said, designed as an open platform, it doesn't make not that much sense to take everything from you. So therefore, we made sure that your existing components can be integrated, which means when we're starting with the travel capabilities, whenever you book through HRS or the Cytric or Concur platform, so that it can be linked. Even with your existing financial capabilities, such as AirPlus or Citibank, could be integrated in our platform as well, with the same when it comes to HR capabilities. On the bottom, you see, let's say, the services we're providing, which means you can use our expense tool if you want, but for most of the corporates, it doesn't make that sense because you're already in Concur or any other expense client. So therefore, we are pushing that data back into your preferred tool, the same way when it comes to reporting or any other service layer. Whenever we are done, that's the beauty in general of this solution. Whenever a spend has done by an employee, every receipt is going to be captured, or the employee is forced to capture the receipt. And what we do is that we're not only reading out all the details from the receipt, we're also making sure that every receipt is tax compliant. In essence, we do not do only spot checks or random checks. We're checking every single receipt if they are tax compliant or not. And if they're not tax compliant, we are pushing that information back to the traveler and again force them to upload a new receipt or correct the receipt or whatever mistake he had done, so that we make sure that everything is correctly captured and pushed into your environment.